He smokes one deep right field, and it is gone. A grand slam for Preston Allen. It's sure to be a scary good time here at the ballpark as the Pippins look to provide some bad luck to the Northwest Star Nighthawks on a Friday the 13th here in the Orchard. Good afternoon, Pippins fans, and welcome into Pippins Pregame presented by Washington's Lottery. I'm your voice of the Pippins, Harmon Johnson. The Pips rolled into town late last night after a 14-11 victory over the Ridgefield Raptors, able to break a 6-game losing streak and now return back to the Orchard for a non-league weekend series against the Northwest Star Nighthawks. The Nighthawks are a traveling exhibition team made up of players mostly from the southern Washington and northern Oregon areas. Many of the players have spent time on West Coast League rosters or are looking to get with a West Coast League team later this season. The Nighthawks have already played 5 exhibition games this year, but have not played a full weekend series, going 0 for 5 in their 5 contests. The Pippins are looking to get some of their younger talent some quality innings of work this weekend before the games that count for the West Coast League standings resume on Tuesday in Portland, who just suffered their first loss of the season at the hands of the Pippins' sibling rival, the Walla Walla Sweets. We've got more Pippins Pregame, including your Banner Bank starting lineups, coming up next. Don't go anywhere. This is Pippins Pregame, presented by the Washington's Lottery.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Welcome back to Pippins Pregame, presented by the Washington's Lottery. It's now time for the Banner Bank starting lineup, as announced by Pippins head coach Garrett DeGallier. Banner Bank goes to bat for the Pippins, and Newsweek recently named them one of America's best regional banks. If you're looking for a local bank that knows the Yakima Valley, go and see them, Banner Bank. Leading off and playing center field tonight will be Neil Jansen, back in the leadoff spot after an experiment down in Ridgefield. Batting second and back in his natural position at second base is Charlie Shebler. Cole Hansen is catching tonight and batting third. Batting fourth, and the designated hitter will be Max Sinisak. New face Jared Stevenson is into the lineup in the 5 spot, playing right field. Was with Coach DeGallier at Seattle U. Brett Haggerty is back at first base, batting sixth. Jake Porter, another new face, will be in left field today. Preston Allen will play third base, wearing number 22. And rounding out the lineup is a third new face to the Pippins today. Langan Naylor will be playing in the outfield as well. So again, it is Jansen, Shebler, Hansen, Sinisak, Stevenson, Haggerty, Porter, Allen, and Naylor. And the starting pitcher tonight is Ian Fisher up on the bump, the UCLA commit. That is your Banner Bank Yakima Valley Pippins starting lineup. First pitch is next. This has been Pippins Pregame, presented by Washington's Lottery.
The savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Pick up a copy from our employee owners in store today. 28-ounce Gatorades are 4 for $5. 12-ounce Red Bull drinks are 3 for $8. Get a Heinz picnic pack for $5.99. Best Way's 16-foot pool is just $329.99. And Yakima Bates Rooster Tail 6-pack is just $11.99. Plus save in the bonus zone on Werner Jerky and Dawn Dish Soap. Save store-wide through June 16th with Bi-Mart's latest savings book.
It is a gorgeous Friday evening here in the Orchard. as a non-league weekend will get started in just a few moments between the Northwest Star Academy Nighthawks and the Yakima Valley Pippins. Pippins arrived off of a road trip last night to Ridgefield, going 1-2 in the series against the Raptors, but able to salvage the final game and win last night by a score of 14-11. That snapped a 6-game losing streak for Yakima Valley. But now they return home and will get a chance to right the ship with a couple of games that ultimately are for tune-up purposes, as Ian Fisher will get the ball to start the game for the Pippins. Fisher has made one appearance in this young season, going a third of an inning back against Cowlitz in that final game of the series here at the Orchard. Only went a third of an inning, gave up a hit, gave up 3 runs. One of them was earned, no walks, but he got hit around just a little bit, as he will get the ball on the bump to start today. The defense behind him, a couple of new faces. It will be Jake Porter in left field, Neil Jansen in center, and Jared Stevenson in right field. Preston Allen will play third base. Langan Naylor, the shortstop from Lower Columbia College, is in at short. Charlie Shebler is the second baseman, and Brett Haggerty is back at first. Cole Hansen is on the bump for Yakima Valley, as Cole, a man that's been the designated hitter the last couple of trips around the lineup, but now getting to catch defensively. Ian Fisher will face J.R. Starr to start this game here on a Friday night, on Friday the 13th. It's a spooky one here in the Orchard. The first pitch is in there, called strike one, just a few seconds early, 6:34 p.m. Fisher ahead in the count. Swing and a miss. J.R. Starr, the center fielder in this game for the Northwest Star Academy Nighthawks, comes into this one batting 190 in the 5 games they've played, as Fisher misses outside for ball 1. Starr, like many of these players from the Northern Oregon and Southern Washington areas. The 1-2, a wave and a miss. Ian Fisher gets his first punchy, and 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, number 31.
That'll bring up Nolan Donovan. Donovan from Lane Community College, a native of the Dalles, Oregon, and we just passed by there on the way home last night. The Dalles situated there along I-84. Fisher's first pitch, right in there, called a strike by Matthew DeGray, number 61 of the West Coast League umpires. He is behind the plate. Gabe Nobert is the one in the field. The 0-1 down and away. Donovan stands in that left-hand batter's box, 6'1", 190. It's an even count. 1-1 is sky high, shallow on the infield. First chance for Naylor at short. The captain says he's got it, and there are 2 down.
Now batting, number 12, Aaron.
So that'll bring up Aaron Henry. Henry, another lefty in this lineup. Through the 5 games Northwest Star has played, only batting .048 with 1 hit on the season. Fisher's first pitch is down and away. Henry, attending Mount Hood Community College. 1-0. He's late on the fastball. It's now 1-1. But unlike most of his teammates, he is actually from the other side of the country, a native of Mason, West Virginia. 1-1, catches the outer black. So now down to his final strike is Henry, a Mountaineer, native of West Virginia, facing the California native and the UCLA commit, Ian Fisher. The 1-2 home, that one is just a bit out. So now the count is 2-2. Fisher came into that game against Cowlitz with a 3-0 lead. The 2-2, that one just a bit high. So now the count's run full. It was 3 of his runs that tied the game back on Sunday, and then a 4th run would come across from Pearson Pollard that would ultimately win Cowlitz the game. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, the pitch. That is upstairs, and Henry draws a walk.
Now batting, number 13.
So Fisher loses his first batter. And that'll bring up the cleanup man for Northwest Star, Makai Geeson. McConney, a freshman from Battleground, Washington. Fisher's first pitch out of the stretch is nowhere near. Attending Northwest Nazarene. And he can do it all, listed on the roster as a utility player and a pitcher. He's the designated hitter tonight. Runner not going. There's a strike from Fisher. Geeson batting .154 through his 5 games with Northwest Star. Has an early opportunity here. 1-1. That one spins right in there. It's now a ball and 2 strikes. Fisher, a natural starter back in high school. Here in his 2nd game as a collegiate. 1-2, down and in. Hansen pump fakes over to first. He wanted to throw there. You see his little hop. Only the 2nd chance behind the dish for Hansen since joining the team. This is his 5th game overall, but of course these are non-league contests. 2-2, called, strike 3, down and in. Geeson down looking, and we go to the bottom of the 1st inning. It's Northwest Star 0, Pippins coming up. And this is Pippins Baseball.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla Orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
What do you want?
It's just not that easy.
What do you want? Seafood? Mediterranean? What do you want?
Hey guys, what about West Side Pizza?
I love West Side Pizza.
I love West Side. I love West Side.
Yeah, the Hawaiian's great.
Let's do pizza.
West Side Pizza?
Yeah.
Problem solved. Gross. West Side Pizza, saving relationships since 1996.
Seattle-born stand-up comedian and impressionist Adam Ray, live at Legends Casino, Friday, July 11th. Known best for his Netflix special, Adam Ray is Dr. Phil Unleashed, as well as his popular YouTube channel.
If you don't know what Citizens App is, it's an app you can put on your phone that notifies you of all the danger that's lurking. That sounds like fun. Yeah, there's a lot of people cooking for Cocoa Puffs right outside your door.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Adam Ray, live on July 11th at Legends Casino in Toppenish.
Emerson Dennis is on the bump for the Northwest Star Nighthawks. In his 1 contest he's pitched for the Nighthawks, 4 innings worked. He gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 4 walks and 4 strikeouts with a .675 ERA. He'll be asked to go a couple of innings at least against this Pippins lineup that features Jansen, Shebler, and Hansen at the top, as there are currently only 3 names in the bullpen for Northwest Star. This is a team that's shorthanded right now. They've got reinforcements coming tomorrow. The first pitch is high to Neil Jansen. Jansen had a good night and actually a really good series overall against the Ridgefield Raptors. Was able to go 2 for 3 on Tuesday, as he's going to get in front of one here and pull it foul. He went 0 for 5 in the leadoff spot on Wednesday, but then rebounded, moving down to the cleanup spot, going 3 for 4. So overall, Jansen had a pretty good series down in Ridgefield. Scored 4 runs in last night's 14-11 win. 1-1, a bit upstairs. Here on a 78-degree day. Much more welcome than that 100 degrees we saw on Sunday. 2-1 pitch, misses inside. And so Neal trying to get on for the first base runner for the Pips. That one clips Neal Jansen, would have been high and tight anyway. Says he's okay. And so he'll trot down to first as the first man aboard.
Now batting, number 10, Charlie Shebler.
Well, you see Charlie Shebler now strolling to the plate. Shebler also had a decent series down in Ridgefield. 1 for 5 yesterday. He drew a walk as well and scored a run. He was 0 for 2 on Wednesday, but was on 4 times because of an error and 3 walks. So Shebler's been finding his way aboard. He's going to wave and miss at that one. Shebler from Akron here in his 8th contest with the Pippins. The man at first is Neal Jansen. Emerson Dennis. He's going to fire home the 0-1 and miss. Shebler was squaring to bunt there, but pulled it back after the pitch was nowhere close. Pippins' offense got on the board right away last night with 3 runs in the first. Then they would score 2 in each of the next 2 innings and then 3 in the 4th. Shebler with a big hack. It was a much-needed change of pace for Yakima Valley, who was on a 6-game losing streak before that. Victory last night. Of course, Ridgefield didn't make it easy on the Pippins, scoring 11 runs of their own on 15 hits. Dennis fires home. That one is above the letters. So now it's 2-2. It's got to be kind of a tough situation to inherit here. You've got a 3-game weekend series. But as it stands right now, there's only about 4 or 5 guys that could come in after you on the bump. Runner goes. Shebler protecting the plate. As the crowd continues to file in here. A little bit later arriving crowd today because there is yet another high school graduation going on over at the Sun Dome, and I've been told that it's one of the 2 bigger ones here in town. One of the 4A high schools here in Yakima. 2-2. It's fouled back, and I've just received the clarification that it's actually the community college doing the graduation today, Yakima Valley College. Eisenhower will have their graduation in the next few days. So parking will come at a premium if you're coming out to the ballpark for Father's Day weekend. Another 2-2 to Shebler, misses upstairs. There were a few graduation ceremonies when we were home against Cowlitz, but some of the smaller schools were using the Sun Dome. The count's now full. Dennis trying not to lose his second batter. There goes Jansen. It's on the ground by Shebler. It eats up the second baseman Solom, and everybody is safe. Score that an E4. So there'll be 2 on and nobody out for Cole Hansen. As you're going to see here, this ball just takes a weird hop on the infield. Solom kind of in that in-between range. Didn't exactly get the glove where he wanted it. First pitch to Hansen. That one's in there. Hansen did have a successful sacrifice in yesterday's game during that 3-run first inning. Trying to do the same here. Corners are pinched. Hansen squares early. He will bunt it foul as it was picked up in the box by the catcher, Holt Williams. Defense behind Emerson Dennis. It's Desbians in left, Starr in center, Otteson is in right, Donovan, Henry, Solom, Williams on the infield, and then Holt Williams is behind the dish. There's 2 Williams in the lineup today. 0-2. This one's on the ground over to third. Throwing on to second for 1, and they will have no play over at first. Jansen was kind of caught in between as Donovan was trying to look him back to second. It'll be a force out of Charlie Shebler, and there'll still be 2 on, but now 1 out.
Number 46, Max Innocent.
That'll bring Max Sinisak to the dish for his first hacks of the day. Sinisak batting .250 on the West Coast League season. Watches a strike down towards the bottom of the zone. Sinisak had the first home run of the season for Yakima Valley. It came right here in his home ballpark. 0-1. That one takes the lid off of Max Sinisak. The catcher says he's okay for now. I'm sure Garrett DeGallier would love more than just an okay as he slowly makes his way down to first. Take another look at this breaking ball that just came out of the hand a little bit too early. Sinisak will stay in. He says he's okay. Chatting down there with the third base coach today, Mark Grange. Swing and a miss by Jared Stevenson in his first at-bat. Should say first base coach Mark Grange. Team chaplain. As Jared Stevenson stands in for his first at-bat as a Pippin. He's going to line one through the left side, and he'll have his first hit as a Pippin as well. The throw comes in, and it's 1-0 Yakima Valley. Stevenson with an immediate impact with his new team. Didn't even have a chance to properly introduce him. The Seattle U product gets us on the board here in the first. And now Brett Haggerty will stroll to the dish. Bases are still loaded. First pitch strike. Haggerty had a pretty good day yesterday, 4 for 5, with a run scored and 2 driven in. He had a pair of doubles, as the next offering is in there as well. Coppin State certainly will be getting a hits machine in the fall. The 0-2. That one's down. It's Hansen over there at third. Max Sinisak is standing at second. And Jared Stevenson is at first base after his RBI single. 1-2 pitch crushing out to deep left field. Back at the wall, and this one is off the top. 2 runs are home. Here comes a third. Stevenson scores standing up, and Brett Haggerty clears the bases with yet another double. Three runs come home as Haggerty got all of that one. If the wall wasn't 16 foot high, that one probably was gone. Hansen, Sinisak, and Stevenson all score, and it's 4-0. Pippins in front. Ball came off the bat at 97 miles an hour. Traveled a distance of 344. First pitch now to Jake Porter, one of the new faces for Yakima Valley. Porter, the left-handed hitting usually a catcher. He's in left field tonight. Most recently played at Santa Clara. First pitch he sees is skied down the right field line, but well foul. Porter batted .360 in his senior year of high school, did not play in his freshman season with Santa Clara. Native of Fresno, California. Talking with him when he got in today, said this is his first trip up to Washington. Well, he's got a man in scoring position with a chance to make it a memorable one. 0-2, staying alive. Preston Allen waits in the on-deck circle. But already 4 runs across here in the first inning. Dennis ahead in the count. 0-2, misses upstairs. So Dennis already doubled the runs he's allowed in the season. Had 3 coming into this one, now 4 already in the first inning. 1-2. Porter staying alive still. This is a Pippins team that is looking to right this ship, but more importantly, when I was talking with Coach DeGallier, this is a team that is trying to stay healthy through this non-league weekend series. A couple of injuries to some starters, not necessarily big injuries, but just some minor bumps and bruises. 1-2, Porter slices one foul. Guys like Dylan Anderson, who have played all but 1 game in the regular season. Jaden St. Cyr, who, if you remember, crashed into the wall against Cowlitz, stayed in the game. Gage Reeser was hit on the foot down in Ridgefield and for a little while was unable to put much pressure on that foot. Another 1-2. Porter's going to sky one out towards left field. Desbians is charging in now, and he makes the grab. Haggerty back in time to second. That's the second out of the inning. But yeah, this is a team that the first couple of weeks of the season were not kind to them, both in the win totals and with some results on the field injury-wise. But nobody out for the long term except for Jacob Brooks, who of course went home with that partial labrum tear. As Preston Allen fouls one off of his foot. And that's exactly what the Pippins don't want, is somebody to foul a ball off the wrong spot and be knocked down for a week or so. After the team got home last night and this morning, the staff here from Multicare Orthopedics Northwest saw quite a few of the Pippins players trying to rehab some minor injuries and get back to full health. 0-1, down and in. Of course, there's a little bit of an illness going around. Noticeably absent from the ballpark today is pitching coach Anthony Alvarado, out with a little bit of cold-like symptoms. Allen on the ground past Mark Grange. Now a ball and 2 strikes. So, Coach, if you're watching, feel better. We hope to see you here tomorrow. Preston Allen's behind in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes here with 2 outs and a man at second. High and away. Allen on the season, 154 batting average, but that was improved upon yesterday with a 2-for-4 day where he scored twice. Also drove in a run. 2-2 now. And Dennis unable to find the zone. If Allen should reach, Langan Naylor would step to the plate. He'd be the 9th man to bat here in the first. They're on a very pleasant Friday night. 3-2. That is high ball 4. So Naylor will get a chance to hit. Allen draws the walk. That is the second walk issued by Emerson Dennis. And now Holt Williams will go have a chat with his starting pitcher. Well, if I can infer anything from just the conversations I had with some of the Northwest Star players before the game, it's going to be Dennis's game for a few innings at least. This is a team that's kind of shorthanded right now. Again, expecting some reinforcements for tomorrow's game. Some players that are down with some West Coast League teams and maybe not in the area yet. So now here's Langan Naylor. First pitch he sees in a Pippins uniform is high and tight. Naylor with Lower Columbia College was part of that team that had one of the most stellar records I think I've ever seen. Only 6 losses, batted .326 through his 27 games worked. The 1-0 is high and in as well. Naylor was a shortstop with that team. And in fact, Lower Columbia, he played well enough there that Lower Columbia College's socials announced that he would find a new home with Lewis and Clark State for next year. Naylor's way ahead in the count here, 3-0. Pippins threatening to send 10 men to the plate. 3-0, that one is upstairs. And so we batted around here in the first. Long first inning being worked here by Dennis. So now the paper scorekeeper's nightmare begins. Slide over to that second inning column already if you're keeping score at home with us. First pitch to Neil Jansen. That one is just inside. Matt DeGray not too big of his own. It's a pretty tight zone right now. Jansen fouls one back. Counts now even. To start the inning for Yakima Valley, Jansen would walk. He would score on a Jared Stevenson RBI single. Dennis fires the 1-1. That one's on the ground past Eddie Kribbe. Kyler Bittner's going to go retrieve that from left field. Come on, Kyler, hustle. There we go. Time called. Dennis again ahead in a count. Has not found that put-away pitch yet here in the first. 1-2, down and away. Tried to get Jansen to chase. Pippins lead it 4-0 here in the bottom of the first. It was a Brett Haggerty bases clearing double that really cracked this one open. 2-2 now. Jansen swings at a pitch above his head, and that is the third out in the inning. Pippins send 10 men to the plate, and now they lead 4-0 as we head to the top of the second. This is Pippins baseball.
The Coliseum in Rome had their gladiator games, but it can't compete with Legends Casino Hotel's Coliseum of Cash. During our Summer of Games Thursday drawings in June, we're giving away over $77,000 in cash, plus a new Kawasaki side-by-side. Just use your Legends rewards card to earn entries. Who needs Roman chariot races when you can leave them all in the dust in a Kawasaki side-by-side? All hail Legends Casino Hotel in June, and let this Summer of Games begin.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Ian Fisher back out to the bump here in the second inning with a 4-run cushion. His offense able to score 4 runs on 2 hits. They did leave 3 base runners stranded, but with the 4 runs across, that's a sacrifice you can accept. As now it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up for Northwest Star. Holt Williams grounds the first pitch he sees through the left side. And that is how the second inning starts. That is the first hit of the ball game for Northwest Star.
Now batting, number 22, Trey Williams.
So from Holt Williams now to Trey Williams, batting 167 on the season. I don't think there's any relation. Holt from Camas, Washington. Fisher's first pitch is fouled back. For Trey, he's from Bend, Oregon. Fisher back to the stretch. His 0-1 is sliced foul into the screen. Northwest Star here in their 6th contest of the 2025 non-league campaign. The 0-2, this is shot into left field as well. It's going to get down in front of Porter. The ball gets by, and Williams will advance to third. A good snap down by Preston Allen to try and get the lead Williams, and then they tried to get the trail Williams as well. Everybody moves up an extra 90 feet on the single in the air. Well, that's not Porter's natural position, listed as a catcher. A little bit of adversity here for Ian Fisher to face. As now Jace Otteson stands in and takes the ball downstairs. Otteson, another one of the Mount Hood Community College players on this roster from Pendleton, Oregon. The 1-0 is sent back to the screen. Well, the Pippins were able to get out in front early, and so now's a chance to let Fisher just kind of work through some trouble. This is a young left-hander that is seeing collegiate bats for only the 2nd time. He's going to step off and request Hansen to come out and chat with him. Fisher from Carlsbad, California. He's been committed to UCLA for a long time, described it as his dream school. Been committed since his freshman year at Carlsbad High School. Had a stellar high school career ERA with Carlsbad Lancers of 159. 154 strikeouts over 120 innings worked. 1-1, that's a good pitch to come back with. The changeup, 1-2 now. Pitch out of the hand at 76 miles an hour. About a 10-mile-an-hour difference between the fastball and the changeup for Fisher, who will also feature a breaking ball as well. 1-2. There's a swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the game for Ian Fisher.
Now batting, number 1, Kelly Desbians.
It's a good way to get the first out. Now Kellen Desbians will stand in. Desbians leads this team in batting average, 364 over 5 games played. First pitch, waving out of his shoes. Desbians from Longview, Washington. 5'10", 160. Fisher with a deep breath. 0-1 pitch is driven out towards right field. Making the catch is Stevenson. He'll spike the ball in the dirt. The trail runner Williams didn't quite realize where the throw was, and now he'll be retired on a rundown for out number 3. A run does score, and that makes it 4-1. But the Pippins get to turn a double play and head to the dugout, still up by 3.
The savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Pick up a copy from our employee owners in store today. 28-ounce Gatorades are 4 for $5. 12-ounce Red Bull drinks are 3 for $8. Get a Heinz picnic pack for $5.99. Best Way's 16-foot pool is just $329.99. And Yakima Bates Rooster Tail 6-pack is just $11.99. Plus save in the bonus zone on Werner Jerky and Dawn Dish Soap. Save store-wide through June 16th with Bi-Mart's latest savings book.
Welcome back. It's the bottom of the second inning. 2, 3, and 4 do up for Yakima Valley. Let's dissect that last play that ended the top of the inning. The fly out by Desbians. It was a shallow fly ball out to right. Stevenson was able to make the catch. You're going to see the throw kind of spiked off the dirt. Haggerty's there to cut it off, though. He fires 3-5, and then that is the second baseman Shebler covering to get the double play. So 9-3-5-4 on that out. And now it will be Shebler who applied the tag to start here in the second. He's going to foul one into the mid. Behind in the count 0-1. Shebler reached on an error back in the first, but was forced out. Running to second base. So now the score is 4-1. As Shebler is off the end of the bat and over towards the concourse. This is a series that the Pippins have historically dominated, outscoring Northwest Star by around an average of 5 runs a game. The 0-2 is a liner right back up the middle. Nice one-hop play by Henry. He will fire it over for out number 1. That's quite the play to dig that out of the ground. Out there at short by Henry, and Shebler is out number 1 here in the second. So now Cole Hansen stands in. Reached on that fielder's choice. Was almost a double play, but Hansen was able to beat it out. As he's going to sky one down the right field line, sending Williams back, running out of room, and this one is foul over towards the grassy area on the concourse. Everybody will reset, as it was Williams, Salome, and Otis making the chase. No balls, one strike. Hansen grounds one hard over to third. Donovan up with it. Throws it short and unable to be picked at first by Williams. It will be an infield single for Cole Hansen.
Now batting, number 46, Max Senesac.
So Hansen's on for the second time today, and now Max Senesac will stand in the box. The previous pitch off the bat at only 69, but got a little bit of extra hop on its way over to third. First pitch down and in to Max Senesac. They actually are going to rule that play an error by the third baseman, so second error of the contest for Northwest Star. That pitch is in there to Senesac. Most recently at Loyola Marymount. Let's take a look at that pitch. Down in dirt. It was scooped out cleanly by Donovan over there, but just a little bit of a short throw over to Williams. As now Senesac sends one foul over on top of our roof. He's behind in the count now, 1-2. First of 3 meetings this year between Northwest Star and Yakima Valley. Pippins up 4-1. Senesac staying alive. Last year, these two teams met twice. It was in the month of July. Pippins actually lost the first game of that 2-game set, 6-4. 1-2, Senesac stays alive, fouls it off the dugout railing. They rebounded the next day on July 14th and picked up an 8-2 victory. So the Pippins trying to improve to 8-2 all-time against Northwest Star. 1-2 to Senesac. That one was up near the lid again. Shakes his head as he was nearly plunked in the helmet for a second time. The man at first is Cole Hansen. 2-2. Senesac skies one over in foul territory on the third base side. Donovan running out of room. It will land in the first row of seats. Becomes a souvenir. Senesac staying alive. The man from Loyola Marymount. Looking for a new home. Certainly making a case for it with his .250 batting average and 8 hits on the season so far. Hansen goes. This is a line drive right back at the pitcher. Caught by Dennis. He's going to flip onto first for the double play. The most self-defense double play you're ever going to see. And if that's not on SportsCenter tonight, I don't know what qualifies for a top 10 play. Scoreless in the bottom of the second. Let's look at that one more time before we go to break. Off the bat at 98, Dennis just puts the glove up, makes the grab, and retires this side. It's 4-1 Pippins after 2 innings complete. This is Pippins baseball.
The savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Pick up a copy from our employee owners in store today. 28-ounce Gatorades are 4 for $5. 12-ounce Red Bull drinks are 3 for $8. Get a Heinz picnic pack for $5.99. Best Way's 16-foot pool is just $329.99. And Yakima Bates Rooster Tail 6-pack is just $11.99. Plus save in the bonus zone on Werner Jerky and Dawn Dish Soap. Save store-wide through June 16th with Bi-Mart's latest savings book.
A self-defense double play ended the bottom of the second inning for Yakima Valley with no runs across. What an absolutely stellar play by Emerson Dennis. We saw it going to break, but let's see it again. Why not? It was one of the best double plays I think I've seen since watching baseball, really becoming a baseball fan. We'll see it after the first pitch by Ian Fisher to the number 9 man Maury Solom. It is a ball upstairs. Well, here it is again if you just joined us. 98 miles an hour off the bat. Right into the glove of Dennis as the next one is down and in to Solom. It's a good thing Dennis had cat-like reflexes up there on the bump. Otherwise, you never know what could have happened. Fisher's way behind in the count, 3-0. Certainly lucky that he caught that ball and it didn't get him on the head. (3-0) now. Fisher fires a strike. So you want to be a pitcher, huh? Can you deal with line drives like that? 3-1 off the end of the bat over to Preston Allen at third. He's going to scoop it up and throw on to Haggerty in time. So now the lineup card flips over. And J.R. Starr will be the batter. Struck out to start the game as he's trying to help edge Northwest Star closer to a 2-run deficit. It's 4-1, 3 runs currently. Fisher working quickly off the bump. This one is a line drive out towards left field. Porter will have it fall in front of him. And that is a 1-out single. I wonder if he didn't quite see it off the bat right away. Again, not Porter's natural position out there in left. But J.R. Starr is on. Now Nolan Donovan back to the dish. I'm going to lean towards that Porter didn't quite see that one off the bat. Fisher misses away. Donovan in the box. Well, the shadows are going to start playing a factor here in Yakima County Stadium. The 1-0, wave and a miss. You see the banner shadow over there on the first base side is almost all the way across the field, but now the grandstands are going to start creeping over the infield, and the outfield wall, of course, is starting to come into play as well. 1 ball, 1 strike. This is high and shallow out to center. Jansen ranging in, and he will make the grab. That's out number 2.
Now batting, number 12, Aaron Henry.
So now here's Aaron Henry, and you won't believe me when I say this, but the amount of times it took me to actually find his player information when I was researching for Northwest Star. When you search Aaron Henry baseball, the first thing that comes up is Henry Aaron, of course, Hammer and Hank, the longtime Braves and Milwaukee Brewers star. He swung from the right side, though. Aaron Henry, who's playing shortstop instead of the outfield, is swinging from the left side. There's a strike in there to even the count at 1 apiece from Fisher. Of course, Hank Aaron, a Hall of Famer, a pioneer, broke Babe Ruth's home run record with 715 and counting. 1-1, down and away. Let's see if someone who's fortunate enough to share his names, Mr. Aaron Henry, can find some luck in this game we love. 2-1, this one's fouled back. Counts now 2-2. Baseball's got sort of a way to reward you if you're lucky enough to be named after somebody who played the game. Fisher ready. Here is his 2-2. Yanked it just to the outside. Counts now full with 2 outs. The runner at first, Star, will get a head start. Fisher trying to get through 3 innings. There were a couple of bodies that were kind of stretching down in the bullpen, but nobody currently sitting down there. The payoff pitch. This one is off the hands, out towards the second base bag, and Naylor's able to reach up and grab it without colliding into J.R. Star. It's 4-1 as we head to the bottom of the third here at the Orchard on Friday the 13th.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla Orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
What do you want?
It's just not that easy.
What do you want? Seafood? Mediterranean? What do you want?
Hey guys, what about West Side Pizza?
I love West Side
I
Pizza.
love West Side. I love West Side.
Yeah, their Hawaiian's great.
Let's do pizza.
West Side Pizza?
Yeah.
Problem solved. Gross. West Side Pizza, saving relationships since 1996.
Seattle-born stand-up comedian and impressionist Adam Ray, live at Legends Casino, Friday, July 11th. Known best for his Netflix special, Adam Ray is Dr. Phil Unleashed, as well as his popular YouTube channel.
If you don't know what Citizens app is, it's an app you can put on your phone that notifies you of all the danger that's lurking. That sounds like fun. Yeah, there's a lot of people cooking for Cocoa Puffs right outside your door.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Adam Ray, live on July 11th at Legends Casino in Toppenish.
Heart rate elevated just a little bit for that man out there on the bump, Emerson Dennis, after a line drive nearly took off his head back in the second inning. He's out there for the third. It ended up being a 1-2-3 inning for Dennis, despite giving up a base runner on an error by his third baseman. First pitch bunting, Jared Stevenson has some wheels down the line, picked up by Donovan, and he will throw him out for the first out of the inning. Man, Stevenson's just had so many quick at-bats already. A single that drove in a run, and now a first pitch bunt. Haven't even had a chance to introduce the man from Seattle U. There he is heading back to the dugout. That'll bring up Brett Haggerty, who broke this game open in the first with that bases clearing double. He's going to rip another one hard into left field. This one's going to fall in front of Desbians. Double and a single on the night for Brett Haggerty. That one off the bat at 99 miles an hour.
Now batting, number 40, Jake.
Brett's been slowly coming into his own here as the season has started to build. I mentioned last night he had 4 hits. Tonight already with 2. So now here's Jake Porter, who flew out back in the first inning. A big cut by the Santa Clara catcher. Still getting used to the outfield here at Yakima County Stadium. Of course, for Jake, he didn't have a chance to shag fly balls. The team decided to not go any BP today after the late night last night, down and in. That is ball one. Team rolled in shortly after 2:30 earlier this morning. And they held a vote before they got off the bus as to how they wanted to approach pregame for this contest with Northwest Star. 1-1 off the end of the bat, foul. Team elected to go with kind of that Sunday mentality of kind of show up, get to the ballpark, stretch, throw, and here we go. Versus take BP and do all of the extended pregame on a normal 6:35 start. 1-2 is down and in. Porter arrived in Yakima probably just about 3.5, 4 hours before the game, so still getting used to the environment as the 2-2's down and in. Porter along with Naylor and Stevenson all getting in today. Adjusting on the fly. Count's now full. Brett Haggerty's at first. Payoff pitch is inside, and Porter will draw a walk. That'll bring up Preston Allen, who drew a walk and made it all the way to second base back in the first. Preston coming off of a good night last night where he scored twice, was on base 4 times. He's going to see a pitch out of the zone here. Preston, of course, the All-Star last year with Yakima Valley, representing the Pippins up in Bellingham, where the All-Star game will be again this year. 1-0 upstairs. Should be a good week there in Bellingham. All-Star game this year is July 16th, a Wednesday, up at Joe Martin Field. Of course, that's still about a month away. 2-0 pitch is high and away for ball 3. Let's see if the Pippins can get a few more All-Stars up there this year. Pippins sent 2 last year. Along with Allen was Spencer Shipman from Whitworth. 3-0, needed a strike, and he got it. Dennis back into the count. Those were the first 2 All-Stars for Yakima Valley since 2019, where Joey Magrici and Jack Gonzalez both made it. Allen stays alive. Of course, the All-Star game was not held in the West Coast League, starting in that COVID year 2020, and was not held again until last year, 2024. Pippin's trying to get a couple guys up to Bellingham later this season, as Allen's going to take a walk to load the bases. There is some action now down around the bullpen area for the Northwest Star Nighthawks. Some band work being done by one of the arms for NWS. Langan Naylor will take ball 1. Naylor, I mentioned Porter got here about 3.5 hours before the game. Porter got here maybe 2. I mean, it was as soon as he got here, as the pitch bounces away, Brett Haggerty's going to charge toward the plate, and he will score. A big round of applause from the Pippins dugout as Haggerty crosses the plate. It's now 5-1 Pippins. Catcher Williams unable to keep that one close. Naylor, just about as soon as he got here, had to change into the uniform and get ready to play. Pitch in there. It's now 2-1. Naylor, 6 foot, 155 from Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. He's going to line one right at the shortstop, who was playing in Henry. Everybody stays at their bag, and that is the second out. Hard hit contact, but out number 2.
Number 36, Neil Jansen.
So now Neil Jansen will stroll to the plate. Third trip for Neil. We're in the third inning. It's 5-1 Pippins. First pitch, foul. Neil Jansen's picked up the pace over the last few days. 3 for 4 last night after an 0 for 5 night on Wednesday. Was 2 for 3 back on Tuesday. That pitch is high and in. Neil Jansen also had 2 hits back in the Sunday game against Cowlitz and 2 hits on Saturday as well. In fact, he had 2 hits on Friday, so a lot of multi-hit games for Neil Jansen. This one's on the ground over towards Eddie Kribbe. He bobbles it through the hands. Error on Coach Kribbe over there at third. So, had he not had that 0 for 5 day down in Ridgefield, would have been a 5-game extra or 2-hit, multi-hit night for Neil as he waves and misses. That is strike 3. Second time Jansen's gone down swinging. But a run comes across. Brett Haggerty's able to score. It's 5-1 after 3 here at the Orchard.
The Coliseum in Rome had their gladiator games, but it can't compete with Legends Casino Hotel's Coliseum of Cash. During our Summer of Games Thursday drawings in June, we're giving away over $77,000 in cash, plus a new Kawasaki side-by-side. Just use your Legends rewards card to earn entries. Who needs Roman chariot races when you can leave them all in the dust in a Kawasaki side-by-side? All hail Legends Casino Hotel in June, and let this Summer of Games begin.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Well, there's a look at the West Coast League standings as it stood coming into today. In the South, Portland 11-1 now after the sibling rival of Yakima Valley. Walla Walla was able to defeat them 5-3 last night. Portland came close to walking it off. They were a few feet short of a walk-off 3-run home run, but Walla Walla able to salvage the series. First pitch from Ian Fisher. High and away, ball 1. Of course, Yakima Valley will be sitting at that 4-8 mark in the standings for the next 3 days at least. These are non-league contests and such. They do not count towards the standings. So the Pippins looking for some help around the league as a wave and a miss by Makani Greason. Fisher back into the count, 2-1. Another wave and a miss. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two wave and a miss. 3 straight after falling behind 2-0. That is a big strikeout here in the 4th.
Number 25, Holt Williams.
Now Holt Williams, who has one of the 3 hits on the night for Northwest Star. We'll take a look around the league here in just a few minutes. A lot of action in the West Coast League tonight. First pitch misses, ball 1. Bottom of the 3rd inning up in Victoria. Bellingham trails 3-0. 1-0 fouled at the plate. In the top of the 4th inning in Kelowna, it's Nanaimo Night Owls 4, Falcons 0. Cowlitz is in Walla Walla tonight, taking on the Sweets. They lead 3-2 in the bottom of the 5th. Portland has jumped out to a 7-1 lead on the Springfield Drifters at the Hamlin Sports Complex. The Marion Berries are up 2-1 on the Corvallis Knights. One inside. Edmonton taking on Kamloops, 5-3 the score. Oh, we dropped the phone. Oh no. 2-1. That one's down for ball 3. And the other score still going on right now. Bend taking on Ridgefield, 5-2. Elks on top in the top of the 3rd. Fisher's 3-1. That one misses inside. It's ball 4 to Holt Williams, who's been on 2 times now today.
Now batting, number 22, Trey.
It is Friday the 13th, and as such, Scott T. Pippen is hosting his spooktacular Halloween in June. You saw that young girl there in the Disney princess dress. There's quite a few costumes here around the ballpark. Fisher's first pitch is a ball. Looks like Winnie the Pooh is in attendance today. There's quite a few fans over here on the shady side of the ballpark right now that dressed up. Looks like one of the chipmunks from Alvin and the Chipmunks. What is that, a sheep? Always good to see the young fans come out. Of course, there's prizes for both the adult fans that dressed up and the youth. Been some good costumes here in June. This pitch is shallow out towards left field. Ranging over is Langan Naylor. He will make the grab. Staying at first is Holt Williams. So now here's Jace Otteson. Earlier in the game, struck out. Came into today batting .273 through 4 contests with Northwest Star. First pitch, that's downstairs. Fisher's been pretty good tonight up on the bump. 33 strikes, 24 balls. He's an out away from getting through 4. Wave and a foul tip. 58 pitches, not a bad mark. Trying to get through at least 5 here with this 5-1 lead. The 1-1 is down and in. Conditions at the ballpark, it's definitely cooler than it was on Sunday. Wind has been swirling around a little bit. It started blowing in, but now blowing out to right. 2-1 high and away by Fisher. He's only walked 1 batter so far tonight. There you see the flags out in right center. limp right now, but they've been moving around quite a bit throughout the game. Here's the 3-1. Right back where it came from. Fisher thought about trying to barehand that, but a wise decision to keep his pitching hand out of the way. And now they're 2 on with 2 outs here after the single by Otteson. So now both teams have had a pitcher that has had their life flash before their eyes. Fisher trying to work out of a jam here in the top of the 4th. First pitch inside, according to Matthew DeGray. I've finally been able to pick out the numbers on these West Coast League umpires. DeGray wears number 61. Pitch bounces away from Hansen. He's going to put a throw down to third. Allen snaps the tag. He is safe. Sliding to the outside part of the bag was Holt Williams. So now it's 2 in scoring position with 2 outs. DeGray's partner out in the field, Gabe Nobert, wears number 74. The 1-0 pitch is upstairs. 2 balls, no strikes. Fisher struggling a little bit with the zone here. There's a pitch right in there. 3-1 is the count now. It is a wild pitch that advances the base runners. First base is open, and now the 3-1. That one is called strike 2. Matt DeGray paused for a second, and Desbians thought he had the walk. Maybe a quick apology issued to Matt DeGray. Payoff pitch now. On the ground over to third. Allen into the mitt. 2 hops, and he throws across and retires the side. 2 are stranded. None score. It's 5-1 Pippins going to the bottom of 4.
The savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Pick up a copy from our employee owners in store today. 28-ounce Gatorades are 4 for $5. 12-ounce Red Bull drinks are 3 for $8. Get a Heinz picnic pack for $5.99. Best Way's 16-foot pool is just $329.99. And Yakima Bates Rooster Tail 6-pack is just $11.99. Plus save in the bonus zone on Werner Jerky and Dawn Dish Soap. Save store-wide through June 16th with Bi-Mart's latest savings book.
Taking a look at the series history between these two teams, it's a series that's been dominated by the Pippins 7-2 all time since the Northwest Star Academy was founded back in 2019. The teams have played every year since 2021. The Pippins went 2-0 in that first year with a pair of double-digit wins, June 15th and June 16th, 12-3 and 14-4. In 2022, it was a 2-1 series victory for Yakima Valley, getting back-to-back wins, 9-4 and 9-2 on July 26th and 27th, before suffering a 9-6 loss on July 28th. And in 2023, it was a 2-0 year for Yakima Valley on July 12th and 13th. As Shebler takes strike 1, Pippins won 3-0 on the 12th, 8-2 on the 13th, and of course last year, a 1-1 year for these two teams. Pippins lost the first meeting on July 13th, 6-4, but then rebounded and won 8-2 on July 14th. Shebler right back to the mound. Much easier play this time for Dennis, and he flips on to first for out number 1.
Now batting, number 5, Cole Hansen.
Here comes Cole Hansen. Bottom of the 4th inning here. Pippins sent 10 men to the plate in the first. Been relatively quiet since. Did tack on a run courtesy of Brett Haggerty, scoring on a wild pitch back in the 3rd. Well, it was 3 pretty cool nights out in Ridgefield. It was 78 degrees at first pitch. Wind certainly helping cool us down here, as this pitch is scorched out to center field, but caught by Starr, who was right there. Max Sinisak, the last man scheduled to hit here in the 4th. They're on a beautiful Friday night in Yakima. Sinisak was plunked in the head back in the 1st inning. Lined out to the pitcher back in the 2nd. First pitch, inner 3rd. And now Garrett DeGallier is going to talk with Max Sinisak. Probably a little bit frustrated that he was domed with the first at-bat, and then one of the probably most stellar plays that a pitcher can make up on the mound in his 2nd one on a pitch that was hit 98 miles an hour right back where it came from. Sinisak not only lined out, but ended up starting a double play because Cole Hansen was running and had no chance to make it back to first base. Coach DeGallier and Sinisak part ways, and now we're ready to resume the at-bat. You can hear the wind just a little bit on my crowd mic. It's definitely picked up. It was only about a 10-mile-an-hour breeze at the start of the game. Sinisak sees a pitch outside to even the count. But at times, the screens on the 3rd base line and then the flags out in right center field have been standing straight out. As it appears, Jackson Burtis has grabbed a ball down in the Pips pen as Sinisak lines one back up the middle into center field. And there's the first hit of the night for Sinisak.
Now batting, number 9, Jared Stevenson.
I'll bring up Jared Stevenson. Let's introduce him since we haven't had a chance to. He's had 2 quick at-bats. Stevenson from Seattle U. There's a couple of pops ring out behind left field. Sinisak bluffs taking off. And those are not fireworks, folks. Not going to speculate, but they are definitely not fireworks. One ball, no strikes. High pop up right on the infield. Dennis looking for some help. It's the first baseman, Williams, who comes in and makes the grab. And that retires the side. We go to the top of the 5th inning here in Yakima. Jackson Burtis is on after this.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla Orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
What do you want?
It's just not that easy.
What do you want? Seafood? Mediterranean? What do you want?
Hey guys, what about West Side Pizza?
I love West Side
I
Pizza.
love West Side. I love West Side.
Yeah, the Hawaiian's great.
Let's do pizza.
West Side Pizza.
Yeah.
Problem solved. Gross. West Side Pizza, saving relationships since 1996.
Seattle-born stand-up comedian and impressionist Adam Ray, live at Legends Casino, Friday, July 11th. Known best for his Netflix special, Adam Ray is Dr. Phil Unleashed, as well as his popular YouTube channel.
If you don't know what Citizens app is, it's an app you can put on your phone that notifies you of all the danger that's lurking. That sounds like fun. Yeah, there's a lot of people cooking for Cocoa Puffs right outside your door.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Adam Ray, live on July 11th at Legends Casino in Toppenish.
It's the top of the fifth inning now as Jackson Burtis is out of the pen. Ian Fisher goes 4 innings, gives up 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts for the UCLA commit. And now Jackson Burtis, who sports a .270 ERA through 3 1/3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 4 runs, 1 of them earned, 3 walks, 1 strikeout for Burtis. This is his second contest here with the Pips, as he gets a little bit of a confirmation from his catcher Hansen before facing Maurice Salome, who grounded out to start the 3rd inning. Burtis, 6'4", 195 out of Pierce College. First pitch in there for strike 1. Nice golden hue draped over the ballpark here as we get closer and closer to sunset. The 0-1 bounces. 1-1 now. This is a high fly ball out towards left field. Porter was playing way in. He's still chasing it back to the wall, and it's going to bounce up against the short fence. Porter gets it in quickly, but not before Maurice Solom can be in at second with a double.
Now batting, number 16, J.R. Star.
There's a leadoff man aboard for Northwest Star. Second time that's happened tonight. Burtis sends the first pitch home and he fouls it back. Burtis has 1 contest so far in the regular season. Came back against Cowlitz. Took the loss in an inning and a third. That pitch dances outside, 1-1. Should say this is his 3rd contest. He also pitched against Walla Walla back on the home opener on Tuesday the 3rd. Checks the runner. The 1-1 is yanked outside. Dinner time here in the press box. I just got a couple of cheeseburgers placed on my lap. I know what I'm doing in between innings. Always good food here at Yakima County Stadium. 2-1 outside as well. It's now 3 balls and a strike. Burtis has walked 3, given up 5 hits in his 2 regular season contests. He's behind in the count here. (3-1). That one is upstairs. And that is ball 4. So 2 runners are on. Nobody's out here in the 5th. Northwest Star trying to take advantage of a couple of early base runners. I mentioned it was cool earlier this week, and as the temperature continues to drop here, I've actually turned off one of my fans here in the press box. The pitch is high. On the normal day, I'll have 2 fans running. One kind of near the equipment and one directly on me. But the temperature right now with a little bit of a breeze, it's actually quite comfortable up here in the press box. Bunt laid down by Donovan. Burtis will scoop it and throw on to Haggerty at first. Successful sacrifice, and there's 2 in scoring position with only 1 out.
Now batting, number 12, Aaron Henry.
That'll bring up the 3-hole, Aaron Henry. Driven in 1 run so far through his 5 games played. First pitch to Henry is high and away. Reminder for those coming out tomorrow, it'll be Surprise Saturday. You have to come to the ballpark to find out what the surprise is. 1-0, that one's in there. Here on this Father's Day weekend. Surprise Saturday, and then a special 1 o'clock first pitch on Sunday. We'll get more into the upcoming schedule here over the next few innings. Now this one is fouled back towards the press box. It just barely goes over top. As I was looking out the window to see where that one went, I stared right into the setting sun. That was bright. Not quite disappeared behind the ridges off to our west. One ball, 2 strikes. That pitch is outside. There's a good look at where we're at right now. Sun is draped behind those banners up there. The 2-2 misses high and away. A walk would load the bases and bring the tying run to the plate. Wind blowing out now. Burtis trying to settle back in and find the second out. 3-2 popped up on the infield. Hansen, will he have room behind the dish? No. It will land in the 3rd row of seats right behind home plate. There's the fan who came up with it. We'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. You're in game 1 of a 3-game weekend series between Northwest Star and the Yakima Valley Pippins. Payoff pitch is well in front, as that ball is going to land over near the dirt track. Just a bit in front was Aaron Henry, trying to mash one out towards the outfield. Another payoff pitch. That pitch is outside. It is ball 4. It does load the bases. And Burtis is struggling a little bit here in the 5th inning. Ian Fisher went 4. Burtis now faces McConaughey Geeson with the bags full and only 1 out. First pitch right in there. Geeson on the day struck out twice, so he's a pretty good candidate here for Burtis to attack. The 0-1, a big cut. Geeson on the season has struck out 5 times entering today, so he's up to 7 now. The 0-2. Called strike 3. Geeson has the hat trick. Second time he's down on strikes looking. And there are 2 outs now.
Number 25, Holt Williams.
It's now Holt Williams who is 1 for 1 today. He's been on base both times. From Camas, Washington. Has some friends and family here. Not too terribly far of a trip. First pitch, high and away. Holt attending Northwest Nazarene. He'll be a redshirt freshman next year. This is a very young Northwest Night Star team, as this is fouled back. I'll get the name right eventually. Northwest Star Nighthawks. Relatively young team, a lot of incoming freshmen and redshirt freshmen. A few sophomores mixed in there as well. A lone junior is Trey Williams, who is out there at first base. That is strike 2 by Burtis into Holt Williams. Trey is waiting in the on-deck circle, hoping for his chance to bat with a 3-run deficit. Burtis trying to prevent that. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That pitch down and away. Holt swinging that 2-toned bat. A black barrel and a nice tan handle. The 2-2 now. This one's fouled into the seats. Count will remain at 2 apiece. Burtis trying to pick up his 3rd strikeout of the season. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes with 3 men on to Holt Williams. Here's the pitch. Staying alive. Holt sends one out towards the parking lot. The lead runner is Solom at 3rd. Starr is standing at 2nd, and Henry is at 1st. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Burtis versus Williams. Staying alive. Good fight being put up here by Holt Williams. Pippins lead 5-1. They had 4 runs in the first and 1 in the third. Northwest Star scored 1 in the second. Bases remain loaded. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Burtis fires home. That one is just a bit outside. Very close. Good miss by Burtis, trying to force Matt DeGray to call the strike. Now the count runs full. The runners will have a few steps advantage. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The payoff pitch. That one is called strike 3. Burtis leaves them loaded, strikes out a pair in the 5th, and we're halfway home here at the Orchard. It's 5-1, Pippins on top.
The Coliseum in Rome had their gladiator games, but it can't compete with Legends Casino Hotel's Coliseum of Cash. During our Summer of Games Thursday drawings in June, we're giving away over $77,000 in cash, plus a new Kawasaki side-by-side. Just use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries. Who needs Roman chariot races when you can leave them all in the dust in a Kawasaki side-by-side? All hail Legends Casino Hotel in June, and let this Summer of Games begin.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Still Dennis out there on the bump, trying to get through 5 innings for his squad, who is short-handed. Northwest Star behind 5-1 here, as Burtis was just able to get a huge couple of strikeouts to leave the bases loaded and not allow any more runs across. Here on a very nice night in Yakima. Taking a look at the schedule ahead for the Pippins. It'll be game 2 between these two squads tomorrow night, 6:35, same time, same place. Surprise Saturday, so come on out and find out what the surprise is. Then on Sunday, it's Father's Day, a special 1:05 first pitch. If you're in the area, any father will get in free with a paying child at the gate. So there's your chance to have your kids do something nice for you, dads. Brett Haggerty watches ball 1. But there's also some fun in it for the kids as well, because it is also Sunday Fun Day, which means that the kids 12 and under can run the bases after the game. Haggerty sends one hard on the ground over to third. It's off the foot of Donovan. He'll make the throw over, but it is not in time. Score that in E5, and Haggerty is aboard for the 3rd time tonight. All 3 times have been very hard hit. That one was 91 off the bat. Certainly the lowest exit velocity of any of the 3. Now Jake Porter will step to the plate. Porter's walked and flown out tonight. First pitch is outside. Porter, a native of Fresno, California. Made his way up here for his first trip to Washington. Is late on that fastball. It's now 1-1. Porter attended Bullard High School in Fresno. Batted .360 in his senior year, as he's going to line one out towards deep right, chasing it back and off the top of the wall. Otteson will gather it up. Haggerty is going to motor into third base. And there's the first hit for Jake Porter in a Pippins uniform. It's a no-out double. And now there's 2 in scoring position. So from one lefty to another, here's Preston Allen. He has walked twice tonight, looking for his first hit in the non-league series. Big gust of wind, and now a first pitch down and away. Well, you can start to see it on our center field camera. The gusts have picked up. That camera is mounted out there on the center field wall. Allen's going to send one over the head of Solom. Haggerty is home. Eddie Kribbe throws up the stop sign. It's an RBI single for Preston Allen. And the score is now 6-1, Yakima Valley.
Now back, number 2, Lincoln Naylor.
Coach Kribbe throwing up the stop sign there. We're here in the middle innings, so you could have gambled either way. Otteson got to that ball quickly. So that is the reasoning behind the stop sign as Preston Allen takes off for second base. He'll be in there safely. And it's back to 2 in scoring position with nobody out. Langan Naylor up to the dish as the gusts now finding their way into my booth here in the press box. First pitch outside. got some loose papers here. They're in danger of flying away. Infield playing in. The 1-1 is just inside. Naylor so far today walked back in the first. He lined out back in the third. Up to the plate for the third time. That one's just downstairs. Count on the scoreboard says 3-1. Naylor is going to trot on to first. Guess it's a walk. We missed a pitch somewhere.
Number 36.
Well, the video didn't. I did. 4 straight base runners here to start the 5th inning. Now the bases are full for the top of the order. Neil Jansen, fouls one off. Kind of regretting not bringing my hoodie. It is almost like a fall temperature right now. 0-1 pitch, dances above the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Jansen has struck out twice following a walk to start the Pippins offense. This is a sky-high fly ball out towards center. Everybody's going to tag. Starr settles under it. Haggerty, no, that is the lead runner, Porter, scoring from third. Moving up to third base in his place is Preston Allen. That's the first out, but it's now 7-1. Give Neal a sac fly. Still a good threat here with Charlie Shebler up at the dish. 2 runs already across here in the inning. Squirt. 1-0 is upstairs. Excuse me, folks. My throat just said, no more talking for you. Get a drink. This is more games than I've called in sequence in a long time. As Naylor takes off, pitch upstairs. The throw goes down to second. Charging home, and the throw is offline. Allen scores. Naylor's going to find himself at third base. That play worked out really well for Yakima Valley. Give Naylor a stolen base and then a poor throw home that allowed him to advance to third. It's a straight steal of home for Allen. So now the score is 8-1. Infield still plays in. Charlie Shebler is going to draw a 1-out walk.
Now batting, number 5.
A mound visit upcoming, as it appears we're going to have a pitching change. Dennis tried to go the distance. A handshake and a chest pat from his head coach, as he was able to get through 4 1/3 in this shorthanded Northwest Star staff. We'll get you the numbers on the new pitcher when we come back. This is Pippins Baseball.
The savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Pick up a copy from our employee owners in store today. 28-ounce Gatorades are 4 for $5. 12-ounce Red Bull drinks are 3 for $8. Get a Heinz picnic pack for $5.99. Best Way's 16-foot pool is just $329.99. And Yakima Bates Rooster Tail 6-pack is just $11.99. Plus save in the bonus zone on Werner Jerky and Dawn Dish Soap. Save store-wide through June 16th with Bi-Mart's latest savings book.
Southpaw out of the pen for Northwest Star Nighthawks. It is Samuel DeMaio, the lefty from Clark College, 5'11", 185, a native of Lanai City, Hawaii. On to pitch. Through 2 games, he's worked 3 innings, given up 7 hits, 12 runs, 11 of them earned, 6 walks, 3 strikeouts. Does have a loss to his name and an inflated 33 ERA with only those 3 innings of work in the books. He will face Cole Hansen, the first man after the pitching change. Dennis was able to go 4 1/3, give up 6 hits, 7 walks, 2 strikeouts. Scratch that, 5 hits. And now Cole Hansen will face the southpaw. Squaring to bunt, Hansen gets it down. The run will score. The out is recorded. And it's now 9-1, Yakima Valley. The run scoring was Naylor. Charlie Shebler advances to second. Small ball working good here in the 5th inning for the Pippins. And now Max Senesac is the 8th man to hit here in the 5th. Lefty-righty matchup. First pitch, that one is in there for strike 1. Everything out of the hand so far from DeMaio has been in that mid-70s. Checks the runner at second. 0-1, down and in. Night cooling off here on your Friday the 13th. Started today at 78. It's down to 68 degrees. Senesac ropes one hard on the ground to third. Donovan up with it, and he throws on to first in time to retire the side. 4 runs come across for Yakima Valley. It's now 9-1 as we go to the 6th.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla Orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
What do you want?
It's just not that easy.
What do you want? Seafood? Mediterranean? What do you want?
Hey guys, what about West Side Pizza?
I love West Side
I
Pizza.
love West Side. I love West Side.
Yeah, the Hawaiian's great.
Let's do pizza.
West Side Pizza?
Yeah.
Problem solved. Gross. West Side Pizza, saving relationships since 1996.
Seattle-born stand-up comedian and impressionist Adam Ray, live at Legends Casino, Friday, July 11th. Known best for his Netflix special, Adam Ray is Dr. Phil Unleashed, as well as his popular YouTube channel.
If you don't know what Citizens app is, it's an app you can put on your phone that notifies you of all the danger that's lurking. That sounds like fun. Yeah, there's a lot of people cooking for Cocoa Puffs right outside your door.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Adam Ray, live on July 11th at Legends Casino in Toppenish.
Jackson Burtis back out there for the 6th inning as he will face Trey Williams in a righty-lefty matchup. Behind in the count 1-0 here. Pippins put 4 more on the board, their second 4 spot of the night. As this one is skied over towards the seating area. Lands in a vacant row and now finds a seat and a fan. Still quite a few hanging around here on this Friday the 13th. Wasn't a huge crowd by any means. Interference from the graduation ceremonies, of course, messing with the parking over here. This is on the ground by Williams. Shebler up with it, the sure-handed throw across, and that is out number 1. Yeah, wasn't necessarily a huge crowd, but the ones that were here were engaged, and the ones that are still here are continuing to be engaged. Of course, a few sweaters have now been thrown on, a couple of hoodies, and kind of regretting not bringing mine. First pitch down and in. Temperature continuing to drop. The 1-0, a nice changeup there by Burtis. Well, this 9-1 victory, or lead, I should say, right now, the Pippins have scored north of 9 runs, a staggering 5 times in the 9 meetings. Now 10, if you count today, as that one's upstairs 3-1. All of those times, it was a victory for Yakima Valley. So the 3-1's fouled back. Count's now full, as it is nearing 8:30 here in Yakima. Swing and a miss. Third strikeout for Jackson Burtis. That is 2 down here in the 6th.
Number 1, Kellen Desbiens.
Now the last hope in the inning is Kellen Desbiens. 5'10", 160 in that right-hand batter's box. Strike 1. Glad you're staying up with us here on your Friday night. There's strike 2. Quick shout out as always to my friends and family back in Nebraska. And of course to all of you watching here on the Pippins YouTube. The 0-2 on the ground over towards third. Allen shuffle steps. And Brett Haggerty lost it in the sun. The ball is still in play. Standing at second base now is Desbiens. He immediately pointed at that last little bit of sunlight that is gleaming down on first base. And only a man with Haggerty's stature probably would have been affected by that. Well, that's an unfortunate error there by Yakima Valley. Their second of the night. Now a runner stands at second base for the number 9 hitter, Solom. They do give the error to Haggerty. Squaring to bunt with 2 outs. It's called strike 1. It's almost one of those instances. It's unfortunate Allen didn't strike Haggerty between the ribs with that ball, because then it wouldn't have gotten to the backstop. This one is down in the dirt. Hesitation, and now there's going to be an out at third. Desbiens tried to hurdle Allen over there, but he applied the tag to retire the side. Burtis goes 2 innings. Yeah, they are scoreless, and we head to the bottom of the 6th here in Yakima.
The Coliseum in Rome had their gladiator games, but it can't compete with Legends Casino Hotel's Coliseum of Cash. During our Summer of Games Thursday drawings in June, we're giving away over $77,000 in cash, plus a new Kawasaki side-by-side. Just use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries. Who needs Roman chariot races when you can leave them all in the dust in a Kawasaki side-by-side? All hail Legends Casino Hotel in June, and let this Summer of Games begin.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Let's take another look around the West Coast League as some games nearing final. In Victoria, it's 8-0 Harper Cats over the Bellingham Bells, bottom of the 5th. Nanaimo leads Kelowna on the road, 4-2. Walla Walla is ahead of Cowlitz, 5-4 in the top of the 8th inning. First pitch to Stevenson is downstairs. Portland leads Springfield 7-1 on the road. The Marion Berries are trailing Corvallis down there on the campus of Oregon State 4-2. Edmonton on top of Kamloops 5-3 in the bottom of the 4th. And Bend is currently leading Ridgefield 5-3 at where the Pippins were just at, the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreational Complex. One game that does not appear to have started yet is Port Angeles at Wenatchee. 2-0 outside. It's now 3 balls and no strikes to Jared Stevenson. Well, for Yakima Valley, you're looking for, obviously, Portland to lose in any way possible. But you'd also love to see Walla Walla, Marion, and Bend and Corvallis take a couple of losses as well, as Stevenson draws a 4-pitch walk. Crazy to think we're talking about playoffs already, but you think about how the season is set up. You have a first half winner and a second half winner, and then 2 wild cards between each division, north and south. So total of 8 teams make the playoffs. Right now, Portland running away with the South Division. As a check over to first is not in time. Walla Walla sits in second place in that division. Marion is in third with 5 wins and 4 losses. Haggerty, first pitch in there for a strike. The Bend Elks are 5-7. Corvallis started during the first Tuesday of the season, so they are only 3-5, as is Springfield. Haggerty sends one over the press box. So with Yakima Valley not playing any games that will count towards the standings this weekend, they need some help from Ridgefield and Cowlitz especially. Everybody below Portland is still kind of 2 games within each other. 0-2 to Haggerty is fouled off, staying alive. North Division is definitely a little more closely contested. Bellingham's at the top 9-3. Wenatchee's 8-4. And then in the middle, it's Edmonton at 6-3, Kamloops at 7-5, and then Nanaimo and Victoria both at 6-6. Another 0-2 to Haggerty. This one's inside. It gets to the backstop. Stevenson didn't realize it right away, but he'll be in standing up on the pass ball. Hard to believe that we're already double digits into this West Coast League season as you take a look at the standings again that I've been talking about. There's only a couple of loners that are completely out of any contention to this point, as Haggerty is going to rip one through the legs of Donovan over at third. Haggerty will reach first base. Stevenson unable to advance. As now there'll be 2 on and nobody out for Jake Porter.
Now back, number 40, Jake Porter.
They do rule it an error. Let's see who it's on. Most likely Donovan. 5th error of the game for Northwest Star. First pitch to Porter is outside. So now Haggerty's been on all 4 times tonight. 2 hits and 2 errors by the third baseman as Tamaya needs to tie his shoe. Around the laces, through the loop. He's ready to go now. Lefty on lefty now. First time Demaya's seen that. The 1-0 is sent back above us here in the press box. It's now 1-1. The parking lot finally starting to empty out from Yakima Valley College's graduation ceremony over at the Sun Dome. We're officially 2 hours into this game. As now Jared Stevenson looked back to second base. He was trying to read the motion by Demaya. A 1-1 to Porter. That one's upstairs. So now 2 balls and a strike. The entire field now starting to be enveloped in the shadows. No more sunlight to speak of. We are under the light power here at the Orchard. The 2-1 is ripped over to first base. Spinning and throwing to second is Williams. The throw goes back to first, but nobody's on the bag. Runners will be at the corners, and that is the first out of the inning. Out there at second base, Brett Haggerty.
Now batting, number 22, Preston Allen.
Porter's on via the fielder's choice. And now here's Preston Allen. 2 walks and a single. That single scored a run back in the 5th. Downstairs, ball 1. Bottom of the 6th inning. Game certainly moving just a little bit quicker than the Pippins last night, as this one is out towards left center field, ranging over Starr. He will dive. It's off of his glove and onto the grass. 1 run is home. They're unable to get the ball into the infield cleanly. And now it is 10-1 Yakima Valley. Porter's into third. Allen stands at second. And now Langan Naylor will get a chance to bat to extend this lead to double digits. They do give Preston Allen a double. It's a tough play for Starr to have to make. This one's down and in for ball 1. Had to run all the way from right center to left center, cover a lot of ground. Then he laid out to try and make the grab, but just unable to come up with that one. That pitch is downstairs as well, but Williams is able to keep it close. Two balls and no strikes. First base is open with one out. Pitches upstairs. Top of the order waits on deck for Yakima Valley. In the one non-league contest the Pippins have played, they beat the Cascade Collegiate League Showcase team by a final score of 11-3. They scored 11 runs on 11 hits, committed one error, gave up 11 hits to CCL, but only allowed 3 runs across. Today it's 10 runs on 7 hits, and now a one-out walk to Langan Naylor. Bases are loaded yet again. And Neil Jansen up to the plate for the 5th time here in the 6th inning. Pippins have just been circling the lineup over and over and over again between last night and tonight. First pitch to Jansen is inside. Last night's contest lasted 3 hours and 20 minutes. The top 4 in the Pippins order got to bat 6 times. Sun continues to set here in Yakima as the pitch is high and in for ball 2. DeMaya fires one home, and Jansen unable to come up with it. Neal from San Jose State making an immediate impact here with the Pippins. 5 multi-hit games in the regular season. He watches a ball inside, and a walk would load the bases. Excuse me, a walk would score a run. Bases are loaded. I think rolling into town at 2:30 last night is starting to catch up with me. The 3-1. Jansen swings and misses. .510, 185 from Cypress, California. Trying to pick up a multi-hit affair here in the non-league contest. He actually doesn't have a hit yet. Payoff pitch is roped into foul territory and into lefties. Jansen's able to stay alive. Runner's not in motion. There's only one out. Jansen just trying to stay out of anything on the ground. Payoff pitch home. Jansen stays alive again. Bounces one into the Pippins dugout. A few more hoodies and long sleeve shirts have been pulled out from under chairs as Jansen awaits another payoff. He stays alive. Another one rattling around the Pips dugout. Just trying to make sure the team's still awake in there. Couple of laughs coming from that top step. Fourth consecutive payoff pitch. This is struck out to center field. Should be deep enough to score a run. The catch is made. Tagging at third is Porter. He will cross the plate without a play. And the lead is now double digits, 11-1. The Pippins in front.
Now batting, number 10, Charlie Shepard.
Second sacrifice fly for Neil Jansen tonight. He's got 2 RBI now. Advancing from second to third was Preston Allen. Langan Naylor stays put over at first. As now Charlie Shebler will poke one out towards left field. Ranging in is Desbians. He will secure it for out number 3. The Pippins tack on a couple more. They now lead by double digits, 11-1 after 6 here at Yakima County Stadium.
The Coliseum in Rome had their gladiator games, but it can't compete with Legends Casino Hotel's Coliseum of Cash. During our Summer of Games Thursday drawings in June, we're giving away over $77,000 in cash, plus a new Kawasaki side-by-side. Just use your Legends rewards card to earn entries. Who needs Roman chariot races when you can leave them all in the dust in a Kawasaki side-by-side? All hail Legends Casino Hotel in June, and let this Summer of Games begin.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Third new arm for Yakima Valley. It is Austin Murphy who just joined the team today. Left-handed hurling sophomore from Yakima Valley College, a native of Kennewick, Washington. Murphy joining the team just a few hours ago. Here to help him out for this non-league series and then try and prove that he belongs to be here. Hard-throwing lefty out there on the bump. He will face 9-1-2 for Northwest Star. First pitch he throws is just outside to Maurice Solom. Working quickly, he misses down and away for ball 2. Solom today is doubled and grounded out. He sends a 2-0 pitch into center field. Jansen's going to come in a couple steps and make the grab. That is out number 1 on a line.
Now batting, number 16, J.R. Star.
So now J.R. Star will stand in. He is 1 for 2 today, following a single back in the third. Night continues to set upon us. The temperatures dropped all the way from 78 at first pitch to 64 degrees now. As Gabe Nobert says that Star held up his bat. 2-0, Murphy. Misses high and away. J.R. Star trying to get something started here in the 7th inning. 3-0, that one's right in there. Now a 3-1 swing and a miss. Star spells his last name with 2 R's. A little bit of flair there for J.R. Payoff pitch off the end of the bat, foul. Star, a native of Hermiston, Oregon, attending Linfield University in the fall. Payoff pitch, a wave and a miss. First strikeout for Austin Murphy. And there are 2 down here in the 7th. So the last hope here in the 7th is Nolan Donovan trying to atone for 3 errors over at third base. He's ahead in the count here, 1-0. Donovan is 0 for 2 today, sacrificed himself back in the 5th. Some movement down in the Pippins bullpen. 2-0 rides inside to Nolan Donovan. Murphy trying to come back in this count. 3-1 through 1. 3-1. Looking ahead to tomorrow, should be another nice day as the 3-1 misses inside to Donovan. Ball 4, and that'll bring up Aaron Henry. And instead, it'll be a pinch hitter for Henry. It'll be Branson Castleberry instead of Henry. First pitch to him is high and away. Henry ends his night 0 for 1, a pair of walks as well. Wave and a miss by Castleberry. It's a unique last name. Branson, a native of La Center, Washington. That one's just a bit outside. Will be attending Mount Hood Community College, 5'10", 155. Wave and a miss at that one. He's been late both times. Murphy a strike away. The 2-2. Wave and a miss. A pair of strikeouts bookend the 7th inning, and it's stretch time here at the Orchard. 11-1, the Pippins are in front. Everybody stand up at home as well. It's time to stretch. This is Pippins Baseball.
The savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Pick up a copy from our employee owners in store today. 28-ounce Gatorades are 4 for $5. 12-ounce Red Bull drinks are 3 for $8. Get a Heinz picnic pack for $5.99. Best Way's 16-foot pool is just $329.99. And Yakima Bates Rooster Tail 6-pack is just $11.99. Plus save in the bonus zone on Werner Jerky and Dawn Dish Soap. Save store-wide through June 16th with Bi-Mart's latest savings book.
It is still Diama out there on the bump as he will face 3, 4, and 5 for Yakima Valley after the 7th inning stretch. It's 11-1, Pippins over Northwest Star Academy. Reminder that these two teams will be back in action tomorrow night, same time, same place. A 6:35 p.m. first pitch. We'll have the stream up and running at probably around 6:20-ish. That is always subject to be earlier or a little bit later. And then on Sunday, it will be Father's Day, a special 1:05 p.m. first pitch. Can't wait to celebrate Father's Day here at the ballpark with all of the dads who will get in the gates free with a paying child. And then the Pippins will have an off day on Monday, the 16th, before heading down to face the South Division leading Portland Pickles. Cole Hansen, a fly ball out into shallow right field. This is trouble, tracing toward the line. It is foul. Wow, the wind really blew that one from what was originally shallow right into the bullpen for Northwest Star. Everybody will reset. And Cole Hansen is down in the count 0-1. That series with Portland will be audio only and will be on the air the 17th through the 19th for a trio of 7:15 start times. 0-1 is way upstairs. They like to start things a little bit later down there in Portland. We'll be on the air for those games at around 7 o'clock. 1-1 on the ground, foul. After that Portland series, then the Pips will come back home to face the Walla Walla Sweets for a weekend Battle of the Basin. The 1-2 to Hansen. That series with Walla Walla, a 7 o'clock game on the Friday, the 20th. Post-game fireworks to follow. It's Celebrate Summer Night. A lot of giveaways on that June 20th game. 21st is a 5:35 first pitch. 2-2 inside. It plunks Hansen. Leadoff base runner for Yakima Valley. And then the Sunday game against Walla Walla will be at 5:05 p.m., so a couple of earlier start times during that weekend, a week from today. The Pippins will have an off day again on the 23rd and then host Corvallis for 3 games and then wrap up the month of June on the road in Bend, taking on the Elks. 4 more series after this one left in the month of June. Can you believe it? Hansen takes off on the first pitch. The throw down is a strong one, but Hansen is in there safely. Pitch was called a ball. Some of the Holt Williams fans sitting behind home plate thought that should have been an out. One ball, no strikes. Senesac lifts this one out to center field. Coming in is Starr. He will settle under it. That is out number 1 here in the 7th. Frustrating night for Senesac. 1 for 4. Did score a run. And at this rate, he could come around to bat one more time. Here in the 7th inning, the Pippins put 10 men across, or into the box rather, in the first inning. 4 runs in the first, 4 in the 5th. 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 6th. First pitch here to Jared Stevenson is all the way into the backstop. Hansen is into 3rd. Stevenson, I still haven't properly introduced him because the last time he was up, we were interrupted by some popping that was definitely not fireworks. Stevenson, 6'0", 185 out of Reno, Nevada. He takes a strike there. Count is 1-1. Was at Seattle U last year with Pippins head coach Garrett DeGallier. Before that, he was at Feather River Junior College. Fouls it back. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. With Feather River, he was a 2024 Golden Valley Conference first team all-conference player in the outfield. Sported a .256 batting average at Seattle U. And the count is even at 2-2. Played a lot in the outfield, was sure-handed as well. 105 putouts and only 3 errors over the course of his 53 games. 2-2, high and away. Count is now full here on a chilly Friday night. Payoff pitch. Stevenson rips one down the line. This one is towards the exiting cars. A little bit of a wake-up call to anybody waiting in that line to get out of the parking lot. I didn't see if that actually made contact with any one of them, but certainly came close. Another payoff. Stevenson softly off the end of the bat. Ranging back is the second baseman Solom. He will make the grab. No tag by Hansen over at third. That is out number 2. So now the last man here in the 7th will be Brett Haggerty. Haggerty's been on all 4 times tonight. Pair of hits and a pair of errors. First pitch ripped. That one's over towards the Cards again. That one might have made contact with one of them. That one is sitting there in the road on the way out of the parking lot here at the fairgrounds. Come on, somebody go out and grab that. It's a souvenir. You didn't even have to pay admission. The 0-1, that one's called a strike on the inner third. The wall dips down from that 16-foot height down to more of a normal 10-foot height over by the bullpens. The 0-2, staying alive Haggerty, a big swing, got a piece of the catcher Williams. Race for the foul ball. Home plate umpire Matthew DeGray giving the catcher Williams a chance to catch his breath. No balls and 2 strikes to Brett Haggerty. Trying to get on for the 5th time tonight. Oh, 2 ripped over towards the Pips dugout. Haggerty with a couple of missiles being sprayed all around the ballpark. Let's see if he can put one between the chalk. Another 0-2, just downstairs. Just past 9 o'clock here in Yakima. We're in the bottom of the 7th. 1-2, staying alive. Good fight being put up here by Brett Haggerty. He's been able to foul off about 6 pitches. Another 1-2 is crushed down the left field line. Stay fair, ball. Stay fair. It is gone. Brett Haggerty crushes a 2-run shot to put the Pippins up 13-1. The big man wins the battle. Brett Haggerty, a double, a single, and now a long ball. That one 99 off the bat, 367 feet down the line. First home run for Brett Haggerty in a Pippins uniform. He's had the pop, he just hasn't been able to straighten one out yet. 13-1 is the score now. First pitch to Jake Porter is on the ground to first. Williams will win the foot race, and that will retire this side, but not before Brett Haggerty puts a charge into a ball past the left field foul pole to make it 13-1 after 7.
I love coming in here. Everybody is always super welcoming. They always greet me by name. You can tell that everyone here actually likes working here.
My favorite thing about Walla Walla Orthodontics is how nice the staff are. They're funny, fun, and they're helpful.
I had what was called 3D braces. They were the same color as my teeth. People would say, "Oh, you have braces?" They didn't even know that I had braces. I highly recommend this orthodontist office.
What do you want?
It's just not that easy.
What do you want? Seafood? Mediterranean? What do you want?
Hey guys, what about West Side Pizza?
I love West Side Pizza.
I love West Side. I love West Side.
Yeah, the Hawaiian's great.
Let's do pizza.
West Side Pizza?
Yeah.
Problem solved. Gross. West Side Pizza, saving relationships since 1996.
Seattle-born stand-up comedian and impressionist Adam Ray, live at Legends Casino, Friday, July 11th. Known best for his Netflix special, Adam Ray is Dr. Phil Unleashed, as well as his popular YouTube channel.
If you don't know what Citizens app is, it's an app you can put on your phone that notifies you of all the danger that's lurking. That sounds like fun. Yeah, there's a lot of people cooking for Cocoa Puffs right outside your door.
Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss Adam Ray, live on July 11th at Legends Casino in Toppenish.
Well, it's now the top of the 8th inning, and a swing and a miss by McConaughey Geeson. Brett Haggerty tacked on 2 more runs for Yakima Valley with a long ball in the 7th. Next pitch is in there for strike 2. First home run for Brett Haggerty this year, as Austin Murphy is still out there for the Pippins. He's ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bear with us with some technical difficulties. Our center field camera's being choppy, just like that foul ball by Geeson. We didn't have any issues until just after Brett Haggerty hit that home run. Maybe the velocity of that ball leaving the ballpark caught our center field camera by surprise. Swing and a miss. Murphy with his 3rd strikeout. It's been a very good outing for Austin Murphy in his Pips debut. 3 strikeouts. The only base runner allowed has been a walk. First pitch outside to Holt Williams. Single walk strikeout for Williams today as he sends one foul. Evens the count at 1-1. I think the cooler conditions have driven quite a few of the fans that were here back to their cars as there's strike 2, but it was a pretty good crowd here on a Friday night. Hoping for a little less wind and maybe just a few degrees warmer tomorrow. 1-2 liner back up the middle. Naylor unable to get there. So Holt has his 2nd hit of the night.
Number 22, Trey.
First hit given up by Murphy. So now Trey Williams will step into the box. Well, Brett was 4 for 5 last night to earn him Cascade Natural Gas High Efficiency Player of the Game. This ball to the backstop. Williams into second. Passed ball by Hansen. But I think the home run just solidified his spot as our third time that he'll be the high efficiency player of the game, or at least one of them. 1-0 ripped past Haggerty over there at first. Being waved around is Williams. He will score. Holt Williams, that is. And Trey Williams gets an RBI single.
Now batting, number 3, Chase.
So Holt Williams has scored twice today. He is the 2 runs on the board for Northwest Star. And now Jace Otteson up to the plate. First pitch, strike. Looking ahead to the bottom of the 8th, it'll be Allen, Naylor, and Jansen for Yakima Valley. 0-1 on the ground, foul. Murphy ahead in the count. Pips trying to advance to 8-2 all time against Northwest Star Academy. 0-2, this one's on the ground to Allen. He's going to flip over to second for one. Shebler, strong throw, and that's a double play. 5-4-3. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 13-2, Pippins in front.
The Coliseum in Rome had their gladiator games, but it can't compete with Legends Casino Hotel's Coliseum of Cash. During our Summer of Games Thursday drawings in June, we're giving away over $77,000 in cash, plus a new Kawasaki side-by-side. Just use your Legends Rewards card to earn entries. Who needs Roman chariot races when you can leave them all in the dust in a Kawasaki side-by-side? All hail Legends Casino Hotel in June, and let this Summer of Games begin.
At Cascade Natural Gas, we help smart businesses cover their bases. Old, new, and in between. No matter the age of your building, they all benefit from energy-efficient choices. Cascade Natural Gas offers a long list of incentives for energy-efficient upgrades. Upgrades that save your business money every day. Become one of the many Cascade business owners benefiting from the quality, comfort, and savings of energy-efficient upgrades. Join Team Energy Efficiency and take advantage of rebates from Cascade Natural Gas.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
New arm in for the Northwest Star Nighthawks. It is number 8, Zach Danublio from Clark College, a native of Reno, Nevada. For Zach on the season with the Nighthawks, 5 innings worked, 6 hits, 5 runs allowed, 4 of them earned, 3 walks to 7 strikeouts. This is his 6th contest he'll appear in. He's been in the batter's box a couple times.
Now pitching, number 8, Zach Danubilo.
So now Danubilo facing Preston Allen. He's got a little bit of that sidewinder action coming from more of a sidearm slot, as he was nowhere close with that one. Allen's ahead in the count 2-0. Matt DeGray waiting for the foul ball to be retrieved. The 2-0 pitch is upstairs. Allen has taken 2 walks tonight. He's been on all 4 times. That pitch is in there for strike number 1. Allen's been patient tonight, the 3-1 now. That is just outside, and it'll be the 3rd walk of the evening for Allen.
Now batting, number 2, Lincoln
Here comes Langan Naylor again. Naylor's walked 3 times. He's also lined out to the shortstop Henry, who is now replaced by Castleberry. As the first pitch just misses. It's 1-0. To Nubilo. Sends one home. This is on the ground over to short. Might be 2. On to second for 1. The third, and not in time. Naylor able to beat it out over at first. Allen is forced out.
Number 36, Neil Jansen.
And now the top of the order is back up. Neil Jansen with his 6th chance to hit tonight. On the day, he is 0 for 2. But he's walked and driven home 2 on a pair of sacrifice flies to center field. That one rides inside and hits him on the hip. So Jansen will still be 0 for 2, but he's been on base twice now.
Now back, number 10, Charlie Shepler.
That'll move Naylor over to second, and Charlie Shebler will get to bat. Shebler on the night is 0 for 4. Trying to pick up a hit here. First offering on the ground over to short. This one harder hit. On to second for 1. Shebler is safe at first base. Shebler able to beat it out. So now Naylor's at third. Jansen's forced out, 6-4. There'll be runners at the corners with 2 outs. Cole Hansen, the last time he was in the box, was hit by a pitch. He's been on 2 other times. A fielder's choice and an error. This is a line drive into shallow right field. It's going to fall in front of Otteson, and 1 run is going to score. It's now 14-2. Yakima Valley gets the run right back they gave up in the top of the 8th.
Now back, number 46, Max Stanisak.
Now here's Max Sinisak. A long offensive night again tonight after a nearly 3-hour and 20-minute contest last night. Sinisak on the ground on the first pitch. Shortstop Castleberry, the strong throw across on a hop to retire the side. Pippins get a run right back. It's 14-2. Here we go to the 9th. Pippins in front by 12.
The savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Pick up a copy from our employee owners in store today. 28-ounce Gatorades are 4 for $5. 12-ounce Red Bull drinks are 3 for $8. Get a Heinz picnic pack for $5.99. Best Way's 16-foot pool is just $329.99. And Yakima Bates Rooster Tail 6-pack is just $11.99. Plus save in the bonus zone on Werner Jerky and Dawn Dish Soap. Save store-wide through June 16th with Bi-Mart's latest savings book.
Evan Ellis is on for the top of the 9th inning, the man who was supposed to throw last night, but Coach DeGallier accidentally left him off the lineup card. Coming into this one, Ellis has worked in one previous 7 innings pitched, 2 previous games rather. He pitched on opening night, earned a 4-inning save, and then came in his last appearance, worked 2 innings, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts. That 1 save I mentioned. ERA still at 0 for Evan. He will be tasked with facing 8-9-1 for Northwest Star. Try and get us out of the cooler conditions here on a Friday night with a non-league victory. First pitch, Desbian's on the ground. This one is fielded by Naylor. The throw across is killed by the grass. It's an infield single by Desbians. Well, if only Naylor had been able to get some height on that throw, would have been very Jeter-esque, as Naylor has said that Derek Jeter is his favorite player, past or present. Emulates him at that same position that he so famously played. First pitch, strike. Huge cheer from the dugout. Evan Ellis is one of those guys that just kind of brings the fire when he's on the mound. He's a very personable guy, got a very unique personality, but he is all business up on the bump. 0-1 slider. It's now 1-1. I also learned that Evan Ellis loves himself a Frosty every now and again on that road trip to Wenatchee. 1-1. That one is sent in. Foul territory. This one's going to find the seats. Ellis is ahead in the count, 1-2. Yeah, we were having dinner after one of the games, and I got one of the little mini Frosties. He got a large, and then on the way out the door, he said, hang on a minute, I'm going to grab another one. That was after his 4-inning save, though, so I think he earned that. One-two pitch here. That one got him. 2 are on right away against Evan Ellis. This is his inning. There's nobody down in the pen, and with the 12-run cushion, you're going to let Ellis work through the struggles. Let's see what he can do here with 2 on and nobody out. Top of the order, J.R. Starr. Swinging first pitch and depositing one onto the concourse. Swing and a miss. Starr now behind in the count, 0-2. Ellis, check of the runners. Now the 0-2 home is high and tight. Evan trying to work around 2 leadoff base runners. 1-2, that one just misses. Counts now even at 2-2. Another check of the runners. 2-2 just outside. Dugout trying to bait Matthew DeGray for the call. So now it's a full count. The payoff down and in. Ellis struggling a little bit here in his first outing since the Walla Walla series.
Now batting, number 31, Nolan Donovan.
Trying to relock in here against Nolan Donovan. First pitch, fouled back. Nearing the 3-hour mark in this contest. We're about 10 minutes away from that. Hopefully this inning doesn't take that long. 0-1, fouled back, same spot. There's nobody out and the bases are full. Jackson Burtis was able to strand the bases loaded back in the 5th. No balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. That one called strike 3. There's a big first out here by Evan Ellis. Takes care of business himself.
Now batting, number 6, Branson, Castleberry.
So now here's Castleberry for the second time tonight. Ground ball would end the game. First pitch right in there. Ellis working a little bit quickly now. He skips one in, but Hansen, good glove back there behind the dish. Another reminder, we're back at it tomorrow. Same time, same place. 1-1 upstairs. 6:35 p.m. first pitch. We'll be on the air at around 6:20. Hopefully getting ready to take a series. This one on the ground softly. It's going to score a run. Shebler has one play. It's to first, and he makes the sure out. It's now 14-3. But Northwest Star down to their final out.
Number 17, Makani, Geeson.
It's Makani Geeson. First pitch hit him. That's not what you want to do with the base open. Ellis will have to face another. Got him square on the shoulder. Fastball inside that just was a little bit too far inside. And now Holt Williams will get a chance to bat for a 5th time. 2 singles and a walk today. First pitch to Williams, high and away. That one plunked Williams. Ellis has been a little bit wild here in his 9th inning appearance. 2 runs come across. It's now 14-4. That's the 3rd batter that Ellis has plunked. Now a left-handed hitting Trey Williams will stand in. First pitch, this is to the backstop. Hansen will gather it after another run comes across. That is the 3rd runner here in the frame. A bark from the Pippins dugout to have Evan Ellis dig deep and get this game over with. That is Max Senesac down there warming up on the pitching mound. Ellis behind in the count, 2-0. He's now behind 3-0. Game just a little bit sped up here. First base is open. 3 runs are across in the inning. Ellis fires a strike. Trying to dig deep and get the final out here. 3-1 Fly ball. This is on the infield. Naylor ranging in. He makes the grab. And that ends the ball game. Ellis gives up 3 runs in the 9th, but it was a big enough cushion, it didn't matter. 14-5 is the final score here from the Orchard. Some numbers to bring to you here on this victorious Friday night. Brett Haggerty, 3 for 5 tonight, 5 RBI, 3 runs scored. That includes that 2-run home run back in the 7th. Preston Allen was 2 for 2 today with a run scored and 2 driven in. Cole Hansen 1 for 4 with 2 runs driven in and 2 runs scored. And on the bump, Ian Fisher in his first start as a Pippin, going 4 innings, giving up only the 1 run. It was unearned. Jackson Burtis going 2 innings scoreless, leaving the bases loaded in the 5th and striking out 3. We'd like to thank you all for tuning in on your Friday night to this presentation of Yakima Valley Pippins baseball. For all of us associated with the Pippins broadcast and the Pippins Baseball Club, I'm Harmon Johnson signing off for now, saying so long, stay safe, have a great night. We'll talk to you from the Orchard right here, same time, same place. Hopefully a similar result for Yakima Valley as they take on Northwest Star tomorrow in Game 2 of a 3-game series. Final score tonight, it is Yakima Valley 14, Northwest Star 5. You've been watching Yakima Valley Pippins Baseball.